Money is often cited as one of the leading causes of stress in relationships, especially in marriage. Yet it doesn't have to be that way. With the right mindset, open communication, and a few practical strategies, budgeting as a married couple can actually strengthen your partnership rather than strain it. Let's explore how to approach budgeting together, turning what could be a source of tension into an opportunity for teamwork and growth. When two people come together in marriage, they bring with them not only their hopes and dreams, but also their individual attitudes, habits, and histories with money. Maybe one of you grew up in a household where money was tight, leading to a habit of saving every penny. The other might have experienced more financial freedom, viewing money as something to be enjoyed and spent. These differences are natural, but if left unaddressed, they can create friction. The first step in budgeting as a couple is to acknowledge these differences without judgment. Take some time to share your money stories with each other. How did your families handle finances? What lessons did you learn about spending, saving, or investing? By understanding where each of you is coming from, you can begin to build a shared approach to money. Once you've shared your backgrounds, it's time to set some common goals. What are you working towards together? Maybe you want to buy a home, travel, pay off debt, or start a family. Clear goals provide motivation and a sense of purpose for your budget. Sit down together and make a list of your short-term and long-term financial goals. Be specific. Rather than saying, save more, try save $10,000 for a down payment in the next 2 years. This clarity will help you prioritize your spending and stay on track. With your goals in mind, it's time to get practical. Start by laying all your cards on the table, literally. Gather your bank statements, bills, credit card balances, and any other financial documents. Together, take a clear-eyed look at your total income, expenses, debts, and assets. This can be daunting, especially if one or both of you feels anxious about money. Remember, you're a team. Approach this process with curiosity rather than blame. The goal is not to point fingers, but to understand your starting point. Next, create a budget that reflects both your needs and your values. There are many ways to budget. Some couples prefer detailed spreadsheets, while others use apps or simple lists. The method matters less than the commitment to stick with it. Start by listing your fixed expenses, like rent or mortgage, utilities, car payments, and insurance. Then, estimate your variable expenses, such as groceries, entertainment, and dining out. Don't forget to include savings and debt payments as essential line items. Once you see where your money is going, you can look for areas to adjust. Maybe you decide to cut back on takeout meals and put that money toward your travel fund. Or perhaps you realize you can refinance a loan to save on interest. Communication is key throughout this process. Schedule regular money check-ins, weekly, bi-weekly, or monthly, depending on your needs. Use these meetings to review your progress, celebrate wins, and discuss any challenges. These conversations don't have to be long or formal. The goal is to keep the lines of communication open so that small issues don't become big problems. One of the most common sources of tension around money is control, or the feeling of losing it. To avoid this, build some flexibility into your budget. Consider giving each partner a personal spending allowance, an amount of money each person can use however they wish, no questions asked. This gives both of you a sense of autonomy while still working towards your shared goals. It's also important to recognize that life is unpredictable. Unexpected expenses will come up, a car repair, a medical bill, or an opportunity you don't want to miss. Build an emergency fund into your budget so you're prepared for the unexpected. Knowing you have a financial cushion can reduce stress and help you handle surprises with confidence. If you find yourself stuck or arguing about money, remember that it's normal. Money is deeply personal and disagreements are bound to happen. When conflicts arise, try to approach them with empathy and a willingness to compromise. Focus on the issue, not the person. For example, instead of saying, "You always overspend," try, "I'm worried we won't reach our savings goal if we keep spending at this rate. Can we look at our budget together?" This shift in language can make a big difference in how your partner receives your concerns. Sometimes it helps to bring in a neutral third party. A financial advisor or couples counselor can offer guidance and tools for navigating tough conversations. There's no shame in seeking help. Think of it as investing in your relationship. As you work together on your budget, don't forget to celebrate your successes. Did you pay off a credit card, reach a savings milestone, treat yourselves to a special meal or a night out? Recognizing your progress keeps you motivated and reminds you that you're in this together. Over time, budgeting as a couple can become less about restriction and more about freedom. The freedom to make choices that support your dreams and values. You'll learn more about each other, build trust, and develop a sense of partnership that extends far beyond finances. In the end, money is a tool, a means to an end, not the end itself. By approaching budgeting with openness, respect, and a spirit of collaboration, you can turn what might be a source of stress into a cornerstone of your marriage. Remember, it's not about having a perfect budget or never making mistakes. It's about growing together, supporting each other, and building a future you both believe in. So, take a deep breath, sit down together, and start the conversation. With patience, practice, and a little bit of humor, you can master the art of budgeting as a married couple without the stress.